We've got a couple of minutes left, but I want to give you a chance to notice the T-shirt you're wearing. I've seen you've tweeted about it a few times, and obviously, you know, the importance of the movement at the moment. I mean, how much have you felt it in the WWE, the Black Lives Matter movement?
I'll say, I think it's different now with the pandemic era because I feel like, before we would travel together, Kofi Woods and I, we'd travel together, we get to talk, you have a better sense of things. There's more, you'd have live events where you're sitting and talking, you get a general sense of, but now I feel like we spend very minimal time in the building. So I don't have a great grasp on what all the scuttlebutt is because you don't have that same locker room feel. I know the three of us have talked about it extensively. We've got an opportunity to talk about it on our podcast, and we've talked about it in our group chat. I feel like for us, for me personally, I can't think of anything in my life that didn't affect me as far as it being a very close friend or very close family member. I can't think of anything outside of that felt so important, that felt so impactful. It honestly, it weighed on me. It was something that for several weeks, I couldn't stop thinking about. And like I told Kofi and Woods, it also came shortly off the heels of Shad passing away. And for some reason, when Shad died, I kept trying, I couldn't stop imagining myself in his shoes. I couldn't imagine it, but being out there in the ocean and I don't know, like I pray that that he knew his son was safe. Like I can't imagine that feeling. I'm not a father, but stuff like that where I just kept putting myself in his shoes and something I could never imagine. But similarly to George Floyd, I just kept thinking, what if I was on the ground for almost 9 minutes with a man having his knee in my neck? And it just felt so visceral and so real. And I felt a lot of anger and frustration. And I think I wanted to do something with those emotions. And I feel like oftentimes I think, man, I'm just one person. We're just three people in a bigger world. And in many ways, wrestling is still kind of niche in a way. I don't know how much we can really do, but I guess the thought was I'd much rather do something, even if small, as opposed to nothing at all. So the beautiful thing is, like Kofi Woods, the three of us, we talked, and I had an artist, Julius Hutchins, actually. He's on Instagram at DOROWOT. He designed this. He wanted to just give it to me. Thankfully, we had the support of the company and Vince to get in the ring, to take a knee, to throw up a fist, just to recognize the movement, to recognize all the lives that had been lost at the hands of police brutality. And it was important for us, and we wanted to do something. So this artist designed something. He wanted me to just to hold on to it. I'm a bit of a minimalist. I'm not into holding on to things, but I said, hey, let's just auction it, see if we can raise some money and send it off to the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund. We did that, and then he wanted to do some shirts. So this is just something that we felt was important to do something to lend a voice and to stand up for what we believe, man. It's we want a more equitable world for all of us, and the same protections that I would want for my female friends, for my gay friends. I would hope that everyone would want the same protection for my Black friends and brothers and sisters, and that's all like this is about. And it felt like it was something that really weighed on me. And also, I think one of the things is we're constantly on the road, where we have 4 to 5 shows a week often, but now we're granted all this time. I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, I have all this time, I have an opportunity, and I have what feels like an obligation to do something. So we want to keep raising awareness, keep raising money, keep being a positive part of change and social change. And even if what we do is small and we can only raise a few $1,000s for justice, for the end of systemic racism, then I think it's important for us to do something even if small. So it's something that just weighed on me, and something that we have the time and means to do. And it's been one of the things that I've really loved is the amount of support from this community, from professional wrestling, from fans of WWE. It's been so beautiful to see so many people who have been on board with this. And I'm really grateful for this. And it's been really heartwarming for me to see the amount of love and support. And yeah, I think this is something it's not a 2-week conversation. It's not a 2-week movement. This is going to be lifelong work. And there are so many people who've devoted their lives to it. In many ways, we're just professional wrestlers, but I hope that we can continue to have these uncomfortable conversations, that we can continue to be open-minded and to have a discourse that's not about me attacking you on your position, but you listening to me. And that's one of the things that we said in the podcast too, is please just empathize with our position. Please just take an hour to listen to how we feel, to the experiences that we've had in our lives, that our Black friends and Black brothers and sisters have had as well. And please understand where we're coming from as well. So I hope this continues. I hope we can not forget about this next week, next month, and that we continue on this path to work towards a better society, a better culture, a better world.
Well said.